The schedule has been released. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chicago Bears 2024 schedule has been released. What is your record prediction? Drop them in the chat. We gonna turn up momentarily, but you know, you gotta hit the intro first.
Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. Tune in, hit the like button, subscribe. Ooh, I can't even talk, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. The Chicago Bears go ahead and release via the NFL release that 2024 regular season schedule. Not the schedule, the schedule. And it's a lot of things to be excited about. It's a lot of things to be happy about. And man, we gonna get right into it. Now, week 1 to start the season off on September 8th, the Chicago Bears, will host the Tennessee Titans, then play the Houston Texans, then play the Indianapolis Colts, the Los Angeles Rams, the Panthers, Jacksonville Jaguars in London before they have a week 7 bye. Then they go to Washington at week 8, Arizona, and week 9, New England. No division games until week 11, November 17th versus them weak-ass cheeseheads. I might have to go there as a birthday celebration and watch the Chicago Bears compete. I didn't say win. I said compete, because you never know with the Green Bay Packers. Then you got Minnesota. Then you own Thanksgiving versus the Detroit Lions. Then you got San Francisco again, Minnesota again, Detroit, Seattle, and Green Bay to end the season. As of right now, the Chicago Bears have, of what they believe right there, taken into all people that's considered based on their record last season, you have the third easiest schedule, as the opponents had a 46% win percentage last season. Right now, ESPN has the Chicago Bears over or under set at 8 games. We shall see. Let me know in the chat, what game are you most excited about within those first. But let's go to the first 4 games. How the Chicago Bears will start the season. A lot of 3 games versus the AFC South in the first 3 weeks. And 1 game on a big stage on Sunday Night Football in week 2. Now, if we're talking about the schedule, you looking at me, I'm saying we coming in this thing, we getting a dub. We start the season out 1-0. Then we go to the Houston Texans the week after on Sunday Night Football. Very competitive, but I don't know. That's just me. That's a toss-up with everything favoring the Houston Texans, and rightfully so. But the Indianapolis Colts, hey, guess what? The Indianapolis Colts, they're going to be in Indianapolis. Guess who's going to be there? Guess who's going to be there? I'm fired up, turned up. I'm drinking. I got my lovely hydration of my choice right here, ready to turn up with the Chicago Bears. This right here, man, I'm excited about it. I believe this schedule is really, really good. I think if you think about everything that's considered, you got a lot of things to be excited about. Going against the AFC South in the first 3 weeks gives you an opportunity to go 2-1. That's just the 2-1 to start the season. Then you got the Rams. We'll just say that's a 2-2. We'll give you that. Then you got Carolina and Jacksonville. We shall see. So the Chicago Bears could potentially start these first 6 weeks off 4-2. Potentially. You never know. I think the Chicago Bears are going to be one of the most improved teams within this NFL season, even within their division. And I am excited that the NFL did not give us Green Bay Week 2 Sunday Night Football. Thank you, NFL. Thank you, NFL. Let us get our foot in a little bit. Let us learn. Let us make some mistakes. Let us be able to come out here and make some decisions. Let us be able to critique some things. And then when it's time to go, let's get it. Let's get it. For real. We ain't trying to hit none of that. Y'all said somebody. Hey, Block Boy, you got some blubber butt ass lady as your avatar. What are we talking about? Pork and belly head ass. Triple chin head ass. Your ass got a double stacked chin. That shit is rare. Stop playing with me. Who names they sell block body? Because it looked like that face is shaped like a block. Bro, stop playing with us. Hey, I'm not going to lie. This schedule is solid. For real. Not even going to lie to you. You telling me we got to go against some of these teams like the Washington Commanders, the Arizona Cardinals, the New England Patriots. Then you play Minnesota. Then you play Seattle. This is a favorable schedule. Hey, the double stack chin is crazy. Not going to lie to you. Hey, that's what I'm saying. The Bears can beat just about any team on this schedule minus San Francisco in December. Yeah, at San Francisco in December? Yeah, I don't know about that one. I do not know about that one. But I like this schedule. The Bears are in prime position to do a lot of great things. Hayes in a building. He slid in as I had to call somebody and check them and say they got a double stacked chin. That shit is crazy.
What happened? What's going on here?
I don't know.
Everybody should be happy. It's a schedule. Why we gotta flame people already? What's going on, man?
It is what it is. Hey, Hayes, what's your first thoughts on this schedule, man?
I like the way that the schedule is laid out for a couple of different reasons. I love that we play 6 games before getting the bye in week 7, because I think that 6 games, right? That's a month and a half. That gives you your offense, the defense. I expect the defense to fire on all cylinders right away. But that gives your offense time to work out the kinks, right? To go through to go through those 6 games, really kind of getting familiar with everyone. And not to say that I expect them to be terrible, but like iron out all those kinks. Then you get that bye in week 7, that long bye week. You get an opportunity to kind of review what you've done good, what you've done bad. And then you get two games against the Commanders and a game against the 49ers and one against the Patriots as well. But then we got those 3 weeks in a row against in division rivals, right? And so I like the way that this schedule lays out. I think it gives the Bears time to kind of assess where they are a month and a half into the season. And then I need everything clicking on all cylinders for that final 11 weeks.
Facts. And I think, man, me personally, I'm loving that first 6 weeks, man. You going against the AFC South. I'm not saying I think the Houston Texans is going to be your biggest challenge within those first 4 weeks. And then you looking at week 3 against the Indianapolis Colts and to start the season off against Tennessee. I see the Bears got a good opportunity to start the season off on the right foot. And then you got Carolina on the schedule, Arizona, New England. That's some teams you really can go ahead and try to, maybe try out a few different things here. Try to add on to your offensive scheme a little bit. Maybe open up the playbook a little bit more for Caleb Williams and see what you can do and add on as the season progresses. But Hayes, is there anybody on this schedule that you like, oh shit, don't want to go there? Or don't want this team to come to town as of right now, just early on before we even see any team in action?
No, I look at the schedule and I again, maybe it's me being homerism. All these games are winnable games. If there's anybody I'm like terrified of, maybe the Niners, just because they're going to try to make Caleb Williams' night a living fucking hell when they face off against him.
Well, that was my go-to.
Yeah, the Niners are probably the one that sticks out the most to me there. In San Francisco at that November 3rd. But other than that, man, none of these they don't put fear in my heart. I'm not saying the Bears are going to win all of them, of course, but they don't put fear in my heart like that, bro.
Yeah, I would say the one that pops off the screen the most is the San Francisco pick, because they play them in December, from what I'm taking from ESPN. Um, yeah, you don't want to play San Francisco in December. That's just how I
Yeah,
look at it, especially as a
that's a
team.
fact.
I mean, but the Bears could absolutely go out there and put up a good fight. So I mean, right around this time of the late November, December, teams are starting to they already kind of figured out who they are, and they are now vying for those playoff positions. But Hayes, I gotta bring it up, bro. I am happy we are not having Green Bay week 1 or week 2. We letting this season play on a little bit, get our feet wet a little bit, critique some things, figure it out, and we plan them late in the season. What do you think about that matchup?
I think that's great. Like that gives the Bears all the time to kind of work out every kink that they have. We don't face an interdivision opponent until week 11, bro. That's the last
Love it.
third of the season. That's crazy. So, so I love that. I do love that we finished the season against the Green Bay Packers as well. I love
Yes.
that. So it gives the Bears enough time to build some momentum. Like I said, build that chemistry, and then at that point, man, you just got to hit the ground running.
Absolutely, man. I love that because for the last 3 seasons, we've been Green Bay week 1, Green Bay week 2, Sunday night football. It's the ultimate rivalry. And the Bears go out there and lay an egg. So now we get to chill a little bit, hopefully gain some confidence and be able to just go in and be able to do what we need to do to handle this business. Um, how you think the Bears gonna do in this division? We know a lot of people got the Bears maybe ranked but 2 or 3 within the division, but a lot of people are now saying this could potentially be the toughest or at least one of the toughest divisions in the NFL. I know we talked about it before, but how do you feel about it now, seeing that the schedule will allow you to learn and make some mistakes?
Yeah, I mean, this division is going to be a tough division, and I haven't looked at the other team schedules to see like where they play each other at or things like that. But I think that this is, of course, the Detroit Lions have the right to come in here and be the favorite in the division, but we almost beat them twice last season. With better execution, we could have been 2-0 against them last season,
Yeah.
right? The Packers, of course, we didn't win the game against the Packers. We beat the Minnesota Vikings once last year, and they're a weaker team now. We're so much stronger than what we were last year. The division is up for grabs. Now the Bears got to prove it. They got to show what they can be, and it's a lot to put on a team to say win your division in your first year of a new offensive coordinator, all new offensive weapons, things like that. So I'm not going to necessarily put that expectation on them, but this isn't going to be one of those years where you can just run away with the division. The Bears are going to be in contention to win the division, I think, this year for sure.
I think so too, man. I think that right here, I think this division could potentially have 3 playoff teams, to be honest with you. I
Mm.
think they can literally be one of those divisions that have 3 playoff teams just because how young it is and how good it is. I know the Bears still got a lot to prove, but I think that right now the surrounding parts make a lot more sense than some other teams within the NFC. So the Bears gonna have a really good chance to make a name for themselves and see if they can put up. Because a lot of people place those expectations on Caleb Williams, like, hey, year 1, we got to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it's 100% fair, but that is what it is. Those expectations go out to those people. Hey, did you hear that the Bears dodged Hard Knocks again? That's a real
Well,
thing.
I know they created another spinoff that will have the Giants, but I don't think they've announced the regular Hard Knocks yet, have they?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out myself. But that's why I was trying to figure out because I'm like, if they dodged Hard Knocks again, how?
Hey, listen, the
How?
McCaskies are they listen, I think we gotta realize the McCaskies do have pull around the NFL. We may not have won nothing in 30 years, but they keep in mind we're one of the older ownership groups around. We've been around for over 100 years. I think the Bears have more pull than what we realize. So
Facts. Facts. Um, yeah, bro. This schedule though, man, I love it. What do you
yeah.
think about this game in London though versus Jacksonville? How you
Listen, that
looking
is
at that?
something that the McCaskies don't typically like. They don't like, and especially giving up home games. They're giving up a lot of home revenue there. I know the Bears. I know the McCaskies got to be a little pissed off about that. But I'll say this is that I love it, man. Like you know me, as somebody who grew up in Europe, I love that they are making efforts to grow the game over there. I love the fact that American football is gaining more traction over in Europe, and you gotta do it. We got a game over in London and a Thanksgiving game and a Monday night football game this
Bro.
year. Crazy, bro.
First of all, what better day? This is a pause moment to eat the turkey and eat some cat on Thanksgiving. What better day, Hayes?
What
better
a wonderful day. That's
Thanksgiving
crazy, bro.
to eat some turkey and eat some cat.
That's crazy.
Hey,
First of all,
Thanksgiving versus the Detroit Lions, who are notorious for playing on Thanksgiving for some strange reason. I don't know. But to go against those guys, and we do the live stream, we kicking it, we chilling, we doing what we do with the fam. What a better day than to have a game on Thanksgiving, bro.
that's a fact. That's a fact. I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. Having that, it's gonna be fun, man. It's been a while. I don't know when's the last time the Bears played on Thanksgiving, but it feels like it's been a
Forever.
long time, bro.
It
And like,
definitely feel like that.
yeah, so it's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be fun to watch. Yeah, I mean, bro, this season is gonna be lit, bro. The season's really gonna be lit. I know we came into last season with high expectations as well, but this just feels different, bro.
Facts. I mean, so Hayes, do you think it's real? I know I seen a couple of people record predictions up in the chat with the Bears going 11-6.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's a ceiling for them? Can they go higher, or you think that's fair for a team, who has the rookie quarterback, for a team who still has to gel offensively with the new coaching staff, in addition to Caleb Williams? Do you think that's fair? Maybe a little too high? How you looking at that with 11-6?
I think it's my personal. It's 9 to 10 wins. I think it should be the expectation this year for me. That's the expectation that I have. So I don't think having 11 is it's not much more than that. It really depends on how soon is Caleb Williams, right? Does he take a little bit? Does he get off to a slower start, right? How does the team come together? Like I said, the defense, I'm not worried about. We're returning 96% of the starters we had on defense last year. That defense better be ready to go. So it comes down to how well are the weapons used? How healthy are we? And our offensive line. Then on top of that, like how much of Caleb Williams' potential do we see this season? How much of that does he flash? Does he have a CJ Stroud type year? I tell you what, if he has that type of year, if Caleb Williams throws for 3,500 yards this year, 12 wins, is definitely something we should talk about for sure.
Absolutely, because I think that right now, with all the opportunity that's in front of us, with the third weakest, easiest is how the NFL described it. The third easiest schedule in the NFL, especially with the rising stars on the Chicago Bears team, to go out and get a 10-11 wins, that'll be crazy. And if you exceed that, oh hell no, the top gonna be blown off for Soldier Field. He ain't even got one. So it's gonna be crazy. It's going to be crazy because right here on Chicago Bear Central, we was lit in a 3-win season. Last year, lit in a 7-win season. You mean to tell me with the rookie quarterback and all these additions on the offensive side of the ball, we can get 11 wins? That'll be crazy. I do got another question for you though, Hayes. Are you surprised? Is there any team that you thought was going to be on the schedule that is not on the schedule that kind of shocked you a little bit?
No, I mean, they released our opponents like a week ago. So yeah, no, not in that case. I think if you asked me before, I don't even know what I was thinking before then, to be honest with you, bro. Weren't we originally supposed to have the Browns on the schedule this year?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so it'd probably be that. I thought we were supposed to have the Browns on the schedule this year.
I guess they said no 9 sacks for the Browns.
Yeah,
I guess
every time we play the Browns, it gets crazy. So
I mean,
plus Cleveland is a terrible ass city. So
facts. Hey, but I tell you this though, depending on how this season go, and with Caleb and all the hype surrounding him, depending on how it goes, I will expect, and I know it's like super early with predictions and stuff, I will expect a Patrick Mahomes matchup next season.
Oh, for sure. I wouldn't be there. They got to try to make that happen, right? I think that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you got to have Patrick Mahomes on the schedule next year. That'll be a fun game. Definitely be a fun game.
Absolutely. So, but that schedule is out there. Hayes, what is your win-loss prediction for the season?
I'm predicting 10 wins for the Chicago Bears next year. 10.
That's why I'm at. I don't want to get too hyped. Cause I like me, man. Look, I know, I understand. I seen the clips, and it looks great. It looks absolutely great watching Caleb Williams throw slants because we didn't throw slants.
Yeah.
But y'all already know where I'm going with this. You have to do it on the field. You have to put it on wax, man. And that's what it really comes down to. Guys got to perform when the clock starts. And at the end of the game, if you ain't putting W's up, it don't really matter.
That's a fact.
It don't
That's
really matter.
It all got to come with the dubs. If it's not coming with the dubs, it don't matter. We can look as good as we want to. We have to get wins this year. That's it. Wins. So
Joel talking about some. Do we see the Bears beating the Packers both games? Look, can we beat them one?
Let's beat them once. I do love that the first time we faced them is at Soldier Field too, because if we can get a win, our first game against the Packers, and get a win in Chicago, listen, bro, it's gonna be crazy in Chicago, man.
It is. I'm telling you, if the man got the bear claw going, that's not really my style. I'm not about to stand up here and say,
I'm not doing that, bro.
Bears even say, I don't know. So I'm not even about to do it. Not my style, but I'm all for it. If you bring something to the city, something that people can follow, especially the youngest, I'm all for it. You just got to back it up.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Block body, you mad as hell, huh? Is it the braids?
I mean, he need to work. He need to worry about that fat no neck white woman he got as his Abby. If that's him, what I'm saying, bro. You got bigger things to worry about in life. Is all I
couldn't even focus on nothing else other than that. But we all good, crazy, man. No worries. Hayes, I ain't got nothing else, bro. That's the schedule.
Yeah. All right, yeah, that's it, man. So let us know your thoughts on the schedule, whether you're watching this now or after live or after the fact. But it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. So
for real. Y'all already know, man. That is it from us. Be tuned in for when the other guys are able to join. Right now, we got a lot of things going on in Chi-Town Sports Central. So just make sure you're locked in, hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you do that for this video here. If you want to call in, give your take, and be a part of our mailbag episodes, call in. The number is 773-242-9336. This is your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. Y'all already know. Chi-Town up and bear down. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.